Okay, what we have here, we're going to be doing a Tomoe Nage in a no-gi situation. And Mike, you going to do it first? Okay, so we'll have Mike Pennington start with Derrick Darling. And you can see here how he sets up, puts the foot in. Okay, there it is. Let's take a look at this. Let's talk through it a bit. So Mike, when you're setting Derrick up here, let's look at your grip, your tie-up. So you got your left arm, a nice kind of a high tie there, just at the tricep area. Your right hand, I'll come down this way, is you got a good meat hook around the head, and your elbow is nice and sucked in there nice and tight. See how that elbow is there? Good control. So you get a good head and arm control situation. Now what you're going to do, now you're doing kind of a spinning, aren't you? The spinning style. So now Mike, you step out to your left. There you go. That's right. Okay. And put your right foot in there. Spin under and step in. Now one thing Mike is showing that really works here, especially in a no-gi situation, because the grip, the upper body grip that Mike has, Mike, tie up again with your head and arm. It's a little more tenuous than if he had a jacket on like in judo or sambo. So he doesn't have a real good handle, that slick head or whatever. So when Mike does step in with his foot, you notice that little hop in. See that little hop in with the left foot? That helped put his left leg, his base leg, his driving leg as it were, between Derrick's to help roll him over in the Tomoe Nage. Mike, can you guys switch positions and turn around? So for the, okay. Now when Mike comes in, now watch how his starting position, the right foot on the hip comes right over on top. Now Mike, you were starting a little to the outside, so you were more to your left and more to Derrick's right when you were setting him up initially. So notice the space there, the foot in there. Now when he hops in, drives him right over, this goes right on top of him. So you can see the setup is initially outside the body space, outside of the body mass, as it were, of Derrick. So tie up again one more time, guys. So there's the tie up. Now let's look at the key here. See, Mike is, look at the feet to the outside, okay? So now what he's going to do is he puts his foot up, he does a step in, pops right over, right on top. Yeah, there you go. One of the favorite things we like to do is right into a juji gatame. Why don't you finish with a nice juji? And you can tell it's a good setup. Right on top, right over, goes right to a juji. In submission grappling, combat wrestling, MMA, that type of thing, unlike judo or sambo where you get big points for it, you just get a throw. Or you may get minimal points at some point, depending on the rules of the grappling sport, the fighting sport. So that's why we use this as a great setup for a submission technique, in this case, juji gatame. It could be anything. You're on top of the guy. You can finish him off. One more time, Mike, and then we'll wrap it up. Right on top. Right to the, and he can go, he's just, yeah, there we go. So you can see, nice finish there. So we have Tomoe Nage, circle throw in a no-gi situation.